Hello, Blythe, Evie, Joe, Jack, Callum, Cadence, Lucy, Orion, and anybody else who's listening. Welcome to Story Time. Today's story is called Swimmy, and it's written and illustrated by Leo Lionni. I went looking for a book called Swimmy because Blythe got an award this year from her school called the Swimmy Award. They call it the Swimmy Award because the school mascot is an otter. But I just was curious to see if there was a book called Swimmy. The award is given to a student who works really hard to help other students and who brings out the best in each other. And this book is perfect example of that type of student. It was published in 1963 and has been a favorite of teachers ever since then because of what it teaches students in ways to help. Leo Lionni illustrates his books in lots of different ways, sometimes using collages, sometimes using different types of graphic arts, different styles of painting, stamps, and I think you'll see all those examples right in this book, and it's going to be fun to see. So, the story is called Swimmy, written and illustrated by Leo Lionni. And on the first page, its dedication says, "For my friend Alfredo Segre, who gave Swimmy his name." So, the story begins. A happy school of little fish lived in a corner of the sea somewhere. They were all red. Only one of them was as black as a mussel shell. He swam faster than his brothers and sisters. His name was Swimmy. Oh, look at all those beautiful red fish. And then Swimmy, who's just like them, just a different color. And he is the fastest. The fish almost look like stamps, don't they? And then there's other artwork that sort of looks like finger painting or watercolor, I'm not sure. One bad day, a tuna fish, swift, fierce, and very hungry, came darting through the waves. In one gulp, he swallowed all the little redfish. Only Swimmy escaped. Oh, look at that big tuna fish coming. And Swimmy was able to get away because he was the fastest of all of them. Do you see the tuna going after all the redfish? Look at Swimmy at the bottom, darting away. He swam away in the deep, wet world. He was scared, lonely, and very sad. He was the only one of his kind of fish left, so of course he's scared, lonely, and sad. And look at how different the color of the ocean looks. But the sea was full of wonderful creatures, and as he swam from marvel to marvel, Swimmy was happy again. He saw a Medusa made of rainbow jelly. Look at that. A Medusa is a type of jellyfish that has the top shaped like an umbrella with tentacles coming down to the bottom. And look how this one is rainbow colored. Look at the green seaweed coming up into the ocean. It's more blue now, isn't it? A lobster who walked about like a water-moving machine. Look at the water moving around him. Look at Swimmy looking at him, eye to eye. And look at the shells and the sand at the bottom. Strange fish pulled by an invisible thread. Wow. Look, those fish look like they were cut out, don't they? Like a collage. And look at how interesting the sand is underneath. I don't know if that's stamps or different drawings of lots and lots of circles. And look how Swimmy is swimming right along with these fish. A forest of seaweeds growing from sugar candy rocks. Wow! Look at those rocks and all the different colors. And this seaweed is made of stamps. Look, do you see the curly edges and how it's got sort of sun-looking shapes and wheels? Wow, this is fascinating, isn't it? An eel whose tail was almost too far away to remember. That eel is so long that his tail is so far away from his head, maybe he can't even remember it. Look at Swimmy coming behind it, right beside its tail. And sea anemones who looked like pink palm trees swaying in the wind. Oh, wow, look at those anemones. And it looks like there's starfish and maybe some sea urchins. Boy, look at how beautiful the underwater world is. Then, hidden in the dark shade of rocks and weeds, he saw a school of little fish just like his own. "Let's go and swim and play and see things," he said happily. "We can't," said the little red fish. "The big fish will eat us all." "But you can't just lie there," said Swimmy. "We must think of something." Oh, Swimmy's going to come up with a solution. Swimmy thought and thought and thought. Then suddenly he said, "I have it! We are going to swim all together like the biggest fish in the sea." Oh, wow. He's going to make them all one. This is a really smart idea, isn't it? He taught them to swim close together, each in his own place. Oh, look at how they look like one fish. All those little red fish are becoming one. And when they had learned to swim like one giant fish, he said, "I'll be the eye." So see, Swimmy is watching out for all of them. Look, they've even formed so it's like they've got a mouth. Look at the tail and the fins. Boy, what a good idea. And so they swam in the cool morning water and in the midday sun and chased the big fish away. Whoa. That was a pretty good idea, wasn't it? That Swimmy's a smart guy. Oh, and look at how the big fish are swimming away from them because they're bigger than the biggest fish. So Swimmy teaches us how to think and how to work together to solve our problems. Pretty nice, huh? Congratulations, Blythe, on getting the Swimmy Award. I hope you liked that book. You might have heard some dogs barking and some birds chirping in the background. I'm reading this on the back porch. Tomorrow, we will be reading The Quickest Kid in Clarksville. It's written by Pat Zietlow Miller and illustrated by Frank Morrison. I think you're really going to like it. So take good care of yourselves, love on each other, love yourself, and remember that I always love you. I'll be with you tomorrow when we read The Quickest Kid in Clarksville in story time. Bye-bye.